My name is Alam Khan, and I come from a line of Indian classical musicians. My father is Ustad Ali Akbar Khan, who is responsible for sharing Indian classical music with the world, traveling all over the world, recording the first LP of Indian classical music. He's a very famous sarod player and teacher. And his father, my grandfather, Baba Alauddin Khan Sahab, taught my father everything that he knows, and my father is teaching me now. When I was about 7, I started playing sarod. My father gave me my first sarod, which was a smaller, child-sized one. And throughout the years, my love for it grew, and I practiced a lot more, and I started accompanying him in concert. Today, I perform with my father, and I perform solo. It's pretty much lifetime worth of commitment. You have to commit your whole life, pretty much. It's being very dedicated, because it's quite difficult and takes many hours a day of practice. My instrument is called the sarod. It's a 25-stringed instrument that comes from India, and we play North Indian classical music on my instrument. It has goat skin on the top, a steel fretless plate, a bell in the back for added amplification. We pretty much play 4 strings on the sarod. These are our main playing strings, and these 2 strings, which are called chikari strings, which we tune to our tonic note. These strings here are called jawari strings. And then we have a whole bunch of strings. We have a whole bunch of strings up here, which are called tarif strings, or sympathetic strings. And there's 15 of them. We tune them to all the notes in the scale, and that's how the sarod gets that resonating sound. When you play a note on it that corresponds with a note here, it resonates. So, traditionally, one will sit like this with the sarod. And what we use for a pick, like a guitar pick, but this is a coconut shell that's been shaped down, and we put this kind of wax on the top of it for grip. But and it's called a jaba. We call it a striker, sarod striker. So with that, we get the sound of the sarod, and basically we play on our nails to get the sliding sound on the instrument. There's no frets on this, so we have to practice for many years and learn where the notes are placed. And that's really important. The most important thing is to be in tune and to be in rhythm. And that's, before anything else, that's the most important thing, is being in tune. So you have to learn where the notes are. So what I have here is my chikari strings, which are the same as this, my sa. This is my high sa, same thing. And these are used for rhythm, and also for the section of playing called jala. When you play in that, you play the note, which is followed by, or a certain kind of pattern with these chikari strings. And you can do many different patterns. So that's what the usage of the chikari strings are for. With the nail, we make this sliding sound. So you'll see people with their nails are always broken and things like that. They don't look that great, but it's worth it in the long run. And we use kind of this, we use oil and we put it on our fingers for it to slide. So it makes it easier for us to slide on the instrument. So this is the sound you get when you put your nail on the string, on the plate. If I don't use the nail, you get this sound. It sounds nice, but it's not very full. When I use my nail, and then sliding, if you don't use your nail, with the nail, like in Western music, you say do, re, mi, you have the notes, names for the notes. We have sa, which I tune to C, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, and then sa again. So sa, when we teach, the teacher will sing the note sa, re, ga, re, sa, something like that. They'll say da, 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 which means da, 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 so we'll also be taught a line should be only played in da. So or didi, 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 which is didi, 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 so